Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. All right, so this lesson is going to be a response lesson to the brother Mathathia. And this is a lesson, Passover time. Do you understand what that means? And basically, this lesson, we was going into topics of it's time to be more on fire, to teach more, to be more diligent, to basically understand the times that we're in, and seeing that the time is almost over. Like, this kingdom is almost over with. And basically he was giving a example of basically how when you see the end, you push harder, you push faster. If, like, we always give the analogy of racing, and also the prophets do too. Paul did also. When you see the finish line, even though you may be tired as hell, you ran a marathon, and you may be in first place. That's not a time that you want to be able to be lackadaisical, because there's still people trying to finish the race also, and trying to finish ahead of you. So you got to push harder, because you're at the very end, and when you get past that finish line, you can finally rest. You can get all the liquids you need to get replenished. You can lay down finally. You can rest your knees and your feet. That's when the rest comes. When you get to rest, the scriptures tell you in the book of Hebrews, we labor into our rest. So once we pass that finish line, which we have not done, because there's still prophecies to be fulfilled and things that we have to do to get into the kingdom. Once we finish, then we can rest. You ever watch a sprinter or a marathon runner, when they pass that finish line, they fall down, and they rejoice. They know the race is over, it's finally over. You got people who train all year round just to run a 40 meters. That's it. So we train all year around just to get to the kingdom. It's a constant training and building. Like we're, we are basically spiritual athletes. Of the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we're like spiritual athletes, man. Because, the things that they go through and the craziness that they go through, man, like, what's very popular is Kobe Bryant's analogy, the Mamba mentality. You're a different animal, same beast. No matter who you are, you could be a different animal, but the same beast. Basically saying, like, the mentality is the same, no matter what. Which you do whatever you got to do to win. You know what I'm saying? You train the hardest, the best. You constantly push, to do whatever to be a winner. And that's what we have to do. Like Floyd Mayweather. The nigga, does a lot of things, man. Folly. Outside of the ring, but at the end of the day, man, that dude is fully dedicated to his craft. Fully dedicated to his craft. And that's why, he's one of the most skillful boxers to ever live. And like I said, we are spiritual athletes, basically, in the spirit of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Saying, so the same dedication that those guys do, we have to have that same dedication also. in the spirit. So I'm going to start off with this scripture. This is Revelation 3:15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. All right. So the Lord saying, man, I know thy works, man. You're neither cold nor hot. He said, I would rather you be cold or hot, but you're neither. All right. It says 16. It says, so then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Meaning, like, if you're lukewarm, you're just a little bit in it. You're kind of in it. You're kind of not in it. Like if anybody has ever had like some lukewarm hot cocoa, it's supposed to be hot. But if you drink it, it's like just kind of warm and cold. It's like, man, I don't want this. I wanted some hot cocoa, not some lukewarm cocoa. Like you wanted it hot. So you're not satisfied with lukewarm, because lukewarm just does not measure up. So the Lord said he'll spew you out, meaning he'll kick you out. He'll blot out your name out of the book of life. So you don't want that. So you want to be on fire. You want to be hot for this truth. You want to be doing the work. You want to be constantly thinking about spiritual things and staying in the spirit, constantly finding things out according to the scriptures, constantly studying, reading, watching videos, letting the spirit consume you, overflow, just you're completely in the spirit always, you're constantly storing up your treasures in heaven. All right. That's what you want to do. You want to constantly be, in the spirit of constantly doing the work. All right. What I'm saying? You don't want to be ashamed when it's that time for you, the Lord to come back. You want to be presented blameless. All right. You want to know that, man, I did everything I could, man. I did it. You want to be a faithful servant to the Lord, man. So you want to constantly be in the scriptures, man, and doing the work, man, and being faithful and having faith. See, this thing is about faith, man. It's about faith. Faith over everything. Faith, faith, faith. You could do 100 videos a day. You can go out every day and teach. But at the end of the day, when it really gets down to it, what it really boils down to, do you have faith in what you're doing? Or are you just doing it just because, you're a part of a group? Oh, my elder said I got to do it, so I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, do you have faith in what's going on? Do you have faith in the prophecies that are being fulfilled? Are they true? Do you believe that they're true? Do you believe that what you're doing this for the right cause, man? Because everybody's going to have to show and prove in that day. Everybody, no matter what. No matter how good of a teacher you are, no matter how many lessons you did, how many years you've been in the truth, at the end of the day, it's going to get to a point where your faith is going to be put on display. Because right now it's on a lower level. Do you go out and teach? Do you read? Do you go to class? How do you interact with the brotherhood? What's your relationship with Yahweh? Why Yahweh shy? Those things. But the level is going to be risen up when it's in times of danger. When this thing starts getting really dangerous, when it starts getting physical. When our faith really has to be put on display. Because all the prophets, man, most of them all got put to death, man, for this truth. The scriptures say that we're going to be martyrs for the truth. Some of us are going to be martyrs, some are not. Some of us are going to be thrown in prison, as it tells you in Revelations, the 2nd chapter. It's all about faith and doing the work, all right? This is Acts 18:25. It says, this man was instructed in the way of the Lord, and being fervent in the spirit, he spoke and taught diligently the things of the Lord, knowing only the baptism of John. All right. Damn it. I'm going to start at 24. Let me go to verse 24. It says, and a certain Jew named Apollos, born in Alexandria, an eloquent man and mighty in the scriptures, came to Ephesus. This man was instructed in the way of the Lord, and being fervent in the spirit, he spake and taught diligently the things of the Lord, knowing only the baptism of John. So it says, Apollos, he spoke eloquently. He was mighty in the scriptures. All right. But the key word here is that fervent, because he was fervent in the spirit. All right. Look up fervent. All right. It's in the Greek, zeal, zeal. All right. It says to boil with heat, be hot, use of water. All right. So that's just the first part of it, meaning being hot. All right. Metaphorically, use of boiling anger, love, zeal for what is good or bad, fervent in spirit, said of zeal for what is good. All right. So you can have a fervent spirit to do something wicked, or a fervent spirit to do something bad. All right. But in this case, he had a fervent spirit of zeal for the truth, a zeal for the knowledge. All right. He was fervent in his spirit. He was fervent, man. He was on fire, man. He was diligent. All right. Now the key words there was fervent and diligent. All right. So let's go to 2 Peter 1:10. It says, wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure, for if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. So if you give fervent effort, if you give a diligent effort, guess what? You're never going to fall. Why? Because you're constantly working for the Lord. And the Lord said he will not turn away a perfect man. Perfect means complete. So the Lord is not going to turn you away. Why would the Lord turn away a good worker? It makes no sense. Only one that is slothful, one that shows up to work late all the time, just does a lackluster job. He's okay. The Lord's going to get rid of a dude like that, but a guy that's always on time, always doing the work, shows up early, leaves late, that type of effort, man, you want to keep a person like that, so you're never going to fall. You're never going to fall when you're diligent, all right? And you're constantly seeking the Lord. The Lord's not going to turn away a perfect man. That's just not the way he is, because a perfect man is going to be of the elect, all right? So you got to make your calling and election sure. This is Romans 12:11. It says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. So you don't want to be slothful in business. You want to be fervent in the spirit, serving the Lord. All right? That's the whole purpose of this, man. You want to be fervent in the spirit, man. Because when you go into the Passover, you want to eat that food worthily. So you want to be worthy of eating that food. The scriptures tell you, man, the Lord said, drink of my blood, eat of my flesh, which is this word, man. All right? Like the Lord is that manna that fell from heaven. He is that manna. He is that bread. All right? This is that good wine, man, that you drink. All right? This is that living water. All right? This is that honey. All right? This is good eating right here, man. You want to be able to be a servant and eat perfectly, man. All right? You want to be worthy. All right? To stand before the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a faithful and good servant. All right? You want to finish the race. All right? That we're a part of. All right? So, that's my lesson. And I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth. Exalting the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.